On today's episode of Wellness on the Rocks, I sit down with an awesome guest who works in the dive bar scene in the Gaslamp district here in San Diego. And we have a great conversation. This is a great guest, great conversation. We have an honest conversation of the behind the scenes life of what it's like to be a bartender. We kind of just like shoot and go off the cusp. I mean, I think sometimes when we record these episodes on Wellness on the Rocks, we want to be professional and have this reflect well on our jobs and all these things. This episode here today, we just go. I've known this guest for a few years and such a great person. I mean, always, whenever I see this person at the bar, whenever I go visit them, big smiles, positive energy, such a kind human being. And part of being a bartender in San Diego is supporting other people. So I think we started this podcast night off with our friends Francesca had an event at San Diego Make Factory with her partner Justin. And we went there. They were doing their thing. She's pouring us mezcal shots. We're over at Stout having a couple beers. We ended up at the reunion to pregame the podcast episode. And so, we went into this a little wet, and it's a great conversation. The professional part of my brain goes, yo, you got to reel it in. Like, I don't know. Is this a good idea? Like, you get kind of wasted. But the honest answer is these are the best conversations. I think that this is a mental health podcast. And I don't know. I thought this was a great episode, and I thought my guest was great. This person showed up. We talk so many cool things. Recently the bar that this person works at has shut down and closed its doors for good. So we got to recap sort of the history and what that bar meant to the community, what it meant to the people who worked there, and what it's like to be a dive bartender here in Southern California. And I'm super happy, and I hope everybody enjoys this conversation today. My guest, he's a musician who grew up in Seattle. Now, for the last 3 years, has been here in San Diego. Welcome to Wellness on the Rocks. From Carnitas Snack Shack, Swing Social, Star Bar, and formerly Time Out Sports Bar and Tavern. Welcome, Q. I don't know if I like that. It's just like...
Can we pour up a little baby one before we get going?
Yeah, dude. We can pour up baby, multiple babies, whatever.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
That's good. All right.
The way that podcasts are today, bro, you can do what the guys were doing back 20 years ago. You can do this shit in your own fucking living room. Cheers.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Did anybody actually podcast 20 years ago?
I think so. I don't know necessarily the history of this shit. But I know that like some of the big ones, like Rogan's been around since the early 2000s.
No.
Yeah, bro. He's got almost 2,500 episodes. So it's got to be like mid 2000s or something like that.
Mid 2000s? I mean, it's got to be because him and Joey were doing it back in the day. Joey Diaz.
I think it was. Okay, let's look at Joe Rogan's first podcast. Just to 2009. So that was
okay. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense.
When did podcasting start? I should probably 2003 to 2004.
Okay.
So we're coming up on 22 years of podcasting.
That's pretty wild. I don't think a lot of people were listening to podcasts in 2003. Sirius satellite radio was still a thing.
Yeah, I feel like it still is a thing, if I'm being honest. I feel like people still kind of
it is, but a lot of the major stations are gone. Like, they just fired Howard Stern, did they not?
What?
Didn't they? They just, yeah.
I didn't hear about this.
I'm almost 100% positive. I could be wrong, but I'm almost 100% positive. They were paying him like a crazy amount of money, and they kind of let him go.
Howard Stern get fired. Bro, I feel like you're a super creative guy. Whether it's with the bartending, the podcasting, no, Howard Stern was not fired. Rumors circulated late 2025 about his departure. Denied these allegations. Confirmed Howard Stern still has a job, still the fucking goat of the podcast.
The goat? Who wrote that one? I love how the end quote, still the goat.
Oh, I just threw that in. That was
did
me.
you?
That was me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, how good of a source is this when they're writing stuff like that?
But dude, I think that like, you're a musician, you're a bartender, you're a creative guy, you're an incredibly funny storyteller, which I'm learning the more I get to fucking know you.
Absolutely.
I think this podcasting space is like this untapped market for fucking guys like us.
100%. I mean, I think a lot of people get super nervous talking about their life and their life experiences, and I've always been a super open book, which has gotten me far with a lot of things I've done, but podcasting is the best part for it, because also podcasting can be like uncensored. It could be, you can talk about things that people want to laugh at, and, it's like the Netflix for comedy other than YouTube.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yo, and a lot of these podcasts are moving. Netflix just opened up this whole podcasting like space for all the top fucking podcasters are now going through Netflix.
I didn't know that. I know Netflix is, do you remember buying or like
Blockbuster DVDs?
No, not buying Blockbuster DVDs, but like when you would send in what DVD you wanted sent to you from Netflix? Did you ever do that? Do you remember when Netflix first started?
Those days. That was
and
like back those like 2000s, like 10-ish.
I mean, we did it, like early 2000s.
Yeah,
You would be like, I want this and this, and they would mail it to you.
Yeah.
And it would take a couple days.
Yeah.
And then
you know, wild how far we fucking come.
And it'd be in this like little package, and you would watch it, and then you got to mail it back, and then you could get some new. And then you had Redbox, of course.
Well, dude, we have the ability today to fucking like stream our like everything and just like at a snap of a fucking fingers. And the way AI is moving in 4 years from now, it's going to be totally fucking different. And like, dude,
it's kind of scary.
We're like, it's like creativity is constantly evolving. You know what I mean? What we're doing, like I'm all, I moved out of Southern California. I started taking mushrooms. Like, like your brain starts to fucking think about things differently.
Did you wait? You started taking mushrooms when you got out here?
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't take them early on?
No. I didn't start taking mushrooms probably like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And I mean, like, dude, I have this platform, Wellness on the Rocks. It's all about mental health and growth in the hospitality industry, professionally, creatively, mentally, physically. It's all kind of encompassing. And like, I think that expression is something that was really hard for me personally.
Yeah.
And like, I was such a high-strung fucking kid growing up. So to like alcohol, which we're drinking right now, obviously, but like that sort of alcohol, tobacco, weed doesn't really do it for me.
100%.
I started taking mushrooms, and it just everything just came down to the fucking grounds. And I was it's like has the opposite effect of when I smoke weed and get high and get paranoid. Mushrooms just calm me down. It reminds me I can just chill the fuck out.
I think that, I mean, it's a growing experience of mattering how much you take. And I think you can even microdose and learn a lot about yourself, and you think you're just giggling and being high. Yeah. We'll probably go into it later, but when we did the album Sex, Drugs, and Therapy, I was talking to my publicist at the time, and I was like, I don't know what to name this album. Like, I thought about it for so long. I mean, we worked on it for years, and I didn't know what to name it. Like, we just stuck so much emotional energy and everything into it. And then she was like, maybe you got to, take a little trip or something. And I was like, absolutely not. Like, I'm not going to decide on me being high, deciding the name of this album. And I did. I took mushrooms, and I found the name of the album.
No, but it's not even like funny, dude. Like, it's like very, like, there's so many studies today that like, it's like for therapy, like athletes, soldiers, people
PTSD.
who have like PTSD, brain trauma are taking it, and it's like really helping them in life. And through creativity, there's a difference between like partying, going out and doing a bunch of cocaine and smoking weed and doing a bunch of psychedelics. And then it's like, I don't know, man. I watched that Netflix documentary, Fantastic Fungi, I don't know if you've seen that.
I have not.
It's all about like the behind the scenes of like what mushrooms really are. And like, there's this part in the documentary where it's like, dude, the roots, I feel like I'm getting super like
No, I mean, go
right now, but
go.
it's like, they make the argument that like the roots with trees underground, everybody, there's like this electricity and like plants like talk to each other. And I know I'm getting a little fucking psychedelic and shit right now, but we're getting off point.
I think everybody needs to.
It's all about connectivity is what I'm trying to
connect.
say.
Absolutely.
It's about connectivity, and they make
ground themselves.
There's like scientific data that suggests with the connectivity and what mushrooms do and that what comes from that really does it relates it to the brain and humans and all that things. Anyways, I'm happy to have you on, bro.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Long time coming.
So many things I want to talk to you about today. Mm-hmm. But you are, you're this bartender in downtown. I work at Sub Public House. You worked at Time Out. You're now at Star Bar. You work at Carnitas Snack Shack, Swing Social. And I thought it'd be kind of cool today to just, bring you on, talk to you about your experience in the industry. You're a musician. You're a bartender. And the bar that you have worked at recently, Time Out Sports Bar and Tavern, has closed down after 16 years.
Yes. The craziest thing that I think has happened to the community in a while. And I know that's a lot to say, but for how much we meant to the community, I think even shocked us. Because obviously you're going through the motions of trying to get people in the door. I mean, keeping your regulars happy, but the outpouring of messages and conversations I've had with people in the past month and a half is shocking. I mean, people being like, I don't know what to do, like texting me like, hey, I don't know what to do. Where should I go drink? And I'm like, well, there's like 150 bars. Like you're not
3 mile radius.
Yeah, you're not really that far from. And it really did mean that much to the community. I mean, I never worked. My mom ran the J&M, which was one of the oldest bar in Seattle, and I started working for her at 16, and then she moved out to California, and then us coming back together and doing Time Out. I had my best friend Robbie there. Everybody there, I thought about this the other day. Everybody there that we hired later on and then we worked with, I care so much about those people, and I would hire them everywhere else. It was such a tight-knit group. It was a family. Everybody that came in knew it was a family, and I think that's why it felt like a death when we did end up closing. You always bicker, and you always have your staff interactions, but
every bar,
it doesn't matter where you are. You do that with your best friends, your brothers and sisters, but God, I love it. Can you swear? I'm sorry.
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Okay. I was
Cock
like,
shit, fuck balls.
Okay. You don't have to celebrate it, Frank.
But it's platform of freedom of speech.
No, but I think it felt like a death for a lot of us. And that last night when we got the news, it just happened to my mom and I. We split a shift that night, and I was there and I decided to stay because I was like, this is the way we go out. And I think my mom the same way. I was like, you can go home if you want. She's like, I think I'm going to just hang out. And so my mom and I bartended that last night, and it was like the celebration of, it was the only way to go out. It was truly like, as I know it was so sudden for a lot of people out there, and I'm super sorry about that. And there was a lot of stuff that happened, but that I would never go out any other way.
So let me just give a quick little sum up. Time Out Sports Bar, 16 years. You guys, about a month and a half ago, you guys got a text message on a Sunday night saying the bar's closing for good. This is the last night.
No, I was there for the meeting.
Okay, regardless.
Everybody else.
And so it's kind of this like local dive bar, sports bar right outside the Gaslamp.
Yeah.
And you guys, it's 2.5 blocks away from Sub Public House where I work. You and I share all the same regulars and customers.
Yes.
You guys would come over to Stout often. I didn't get over to Time Out as much as I should. But it is sort of this place that had this community.
Yes.
And because of where the industry is, the owners decided to pull the fucking plug. And it's a reality of what's happening in the hospitality industry here in San Diego, here in America. The prices of everything are going up. And I don't know, dude. I just like, I don't know. I thought, we had gotten to know you over the years. You're a great bartender, and Time Out aside, we were kind of rival. It's almost like we were rivals, but we weren't. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think we were rivals. I think
we competed for the same customers.
Kind of. I knew everybody that was going to go to Stout still was going to come see us at the end of the day, or vice versa. I knew if they were, it matters what time, right? If they're walking in at 7, they're probably going to go to Stout after. If they're walking in at 1, they probably were just at Stout. Like the community, round, because they're going to hit 2 bars, but they're just going to hit our 2 bars because we're right there in that Broadway kind of avenue.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like the independence thing of it. It's so hard nowadays, especially in a city like San Diego, to run an independent bar. I mean, when you see like the bars that have closed down in the past 5 years, that meant so much to so many people. They're not run by big companies. It's not like we can't afford that.
Yeah.
And it's almost gotten scary. And that was almost the thing that I said, like, okay, if we're closing, then what's next?
Who's next?
Who's next? That's the next thing. I mean, shout out Henry's. Henry's was awesome. And that was like a shocker for a lot of people. I had some very, very good friends that worked at Henry's, and that happened. And then, you got Time Out happening, and that's all you have to think about is what's next. And then you're thinking, on the other hand, we don't have many left. That's the messed up part.
It's you do see like the amount of small businesses in terms of bars and restaurants is dwindling.
Yeah.
In the Southern California, at least, look, I'm talking about the region that we're in. I can't talk about New York City or Texas or Boston or Jersey.
No. We're talking about San Diego, yeah.
When I hear, dude, I'm on social media. I'm following so many different accounts. What I hear professionals say is they say don't open a bar in California. That's what I hear. I don't fucking know. I'm just a bartender. I'm in my mid-30s. But that's what I hear about because of the prices of wages and the taxes and the cost of goods and the way the economy is. And it's like, it sucks. Like
getting your license,
getting a license and all that stuff. And luckily you were at Carnitas Snack Shack and you had Swing Social and you were lucky enough to find a job working at Star Bar, which is like
a huge, that was
which
awesome.
is like, the dive bar of the Gaslamp district.
Yeah.
And so like, your pockets, you're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm good. I'm at Stout. Luckily we're still crushing it and doing our thing. But it's the industry's not in a great place.
I mean, I think the one thing you could do to that, like, sure, you say like we're working a lot. Like emotionally, this was like such a huge hit for all of us because of like that was our house. That was our home. I mean, you and I talked about it before, like. For example, Robbie and I mean, that was our safe space.
Yeah.
Like I said before, we would go in there at like 3 a.m, lights off, and just sit in a chair across from each after like a long weekend. Like say you have like Comic-Con or you got something crazy going on, Padres are in the playoffs, and you're just going nuts all night. And we'd walk in there at 3 a.m. and just sit there in silence. It was our safe space. It was like our, or we needed that place. And whenever I walked outside my door on like a day off or whatever, I knew that like, hey, I could go see, a few of the people that work there and, some of these people that I call, family.
Yeah.
And it just meant so much. And it was such a void when it closed that like, to walk outside my door because I live across the street, to be like, there's nothing there anymore. It literally, it felt like a death, you know. And shout out to you guys for giving me that phone call and making me cry in front of everybody. That was really cool.
That wasn't me, bro.
No, somebody from Stout called and they thanked us they saw the post and thanked us for everything we did. And
that was a classy way to go out. Dude.
It was, and I just started. I was like crying in front of everybody, so that was really good.
No, so you guys had whoever put that on the Instagram and said, "Hey, thank you for the 16 years. Please go support Gaslamp Tavern, Stout Public House, and I think it was one other bar.
I think it was Chi-Chi or something like that.
No, it wasn't Chi-Chi.
Was it not?
Yeah, regardless of who it was.
Okay, I can't remember.
Tivoli. It was Tivoli.
No, I don't think so. Was it? Maybe. I don't know. You can confirm it right now.
Regardless of what it was a very classy way to go out. And because sometimes when a bar closes down, they go out guns blazing and they say, we fucking hate everybody. We're going to go do our goddamn thing. We're going to drink and do our shit.
And that's one thing I will put on record. And I believe in this 100%. Our owner is one of the best owners I've ever worked for. Through everything that's happened, and you know, it sucks we're gone right now. One of the best owners I've ever worked for. Very, very genuine person. He cared about that place more than anybody else, and he deserves his flowers as well. That was his life, and nobody would have had that culture if it wasn't for him.
Yo, how did you end up working at Time Out?
So when this kind of goes back a little bit, but we'd go to LA and do some music here and there.
Sorry, you grew up in Oregon, not Portland.
Not Portland, Seattle. Washington. I grew up in Seattle, Washington.
You grew up in Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, so
you got introduced in the hospitality scene there.
Yeah, I started working for my mom at 16. She was running the J&M Cafe in Seattle, oldest bar in Seattle. Music every single day, live music. And she'd be like, yeah, you want to make some extra money? You're going to come bar back and blah, blah, blah. And so I'd go do that. And when I started doing music, we'd go down to LA. And my mom moved from LA to San Diego. So I would kind of go visit for a day or two. And she was working at Time Out. So I'd, jump in there check her out, say, hey, how you doing? Then when I moved here, kind of became like, I kind of started to understand the culture.
Did you just move with no job? You said, my mom works at Time Out, I'll figure it out, or like just...
Oh, from Seattle?
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's a long story. I left Seattle. I had a lot going on. My biggest thing was I loved San Diego. I made this. I was dating somebody at the time. This is probably 2017. No, let's say 2018. Came down here with a couple very good friends. Her family was from LA, so she loves being in California, Southern California. We came down here for, I think it was Mardi Gras or something like that. We just came down here to mess around. And I was just so in love with San Diego. And I remember telling my partner at the time, I'm thinking about San Diego, like deeply thinking about San Diego. I almost even pushed my trip back a couple days because I was like, yeah, you could just move down here. We could get rid of the place. And did it. She didn't want to move down here. So then I go through some more stuff, start working on my second album. And then I go through another relationship thing. And I think in my head, I'm like, I've lived in Italy before. I've never, my family lived there. I've never done stuff for myself. I wanted to be in San Diego. And so I was like, if I don't do it now, then when? I don't want to be 32 years old and be like, why didn't I go to San Diego? I'll go to San Diego now.
Yeah.
So I just jumped at the bit and I moved down to San Diego, and there was a bar called Our Place.
Oh, okay.
That was in East Village.
Yeah.
So those owners owned a bar in Alki Beach, Seattle. So I hit them up when I kind of was down here, and I was like, didn't have a house yet, whatever. Was just kind of crashing at my mom's because I still had a place in Seattle.
Yep.
And I was like, you guys looking for somebody? And they were like, yeah. So I kind of just started my journey off there. And then Reese, shout out him, very good friend of mine. He's a bar manager at Carnitas. He was like, hey, I need somebody to work a wedding. And I was like, on the water at Carnitas. And I was like, sure, I'll work it. And it was like the most fun I've had bartending in a long time. Because it's outdoors. Everything's plastic. You got all these people having a good time. You're just rocking out cocktails, just shaking pours, and you got this beautiful view with everything. I'm from Seattle, where it's like
fucking gloomy and
pouring down rain, dude. And I'm making cocktails, and people are like, feeling some type of way sometimes. And I fell in love, and I was like, hey, can I have a job here? And he's like, well, I just kind of got you on for the day, whatever. So they kept calling me. And then I was like, they were like, can you cover this shift? Can you cover this? And I was like, if you give me 3 days a week, I'll quit my job right now. And so I quit and went over to Carnitas.
Yeah, bro. Everyone, the way people get in the industry, it's like you got to just find some sort of
It's just
niche.
bang, bang, bang. Yeah.
It's like everyone has such a weird story. I fucking got into it. The way I got behind the bar is like my bartender called out because there was a snowstorm. Yeah. I said, put fucking Taylor behind the bar. He doesn't know what he's doing. And it's just like, boom, I'm in. I can pick up shifts. Anyways, there's a lot of things I want to talk to you about today because I feel like, bro, you have this like presence about you in the neighborhood. Yeah. And I think that you have, I don't know what it is. It's not like you have a unique, I don't want to say understanding, but like you've worked at a lot of the dive bars or some of the dive bars. Yeah. And a lot of the people that I've brought on to this podcast are kind of like mixologists. Yes. And there's such a difference between, cocktail bartending and fucking working at Estelle Public House, a Time Out Sports Bar, a fucking, Star Bar. So, I don't know, dude. I just kind of want to talk to you about those things today.
Yeah, what do you got?
Let me ask you this. For people who are, like, because my whole thing's about growth. Yes. If there's somebody who's trying to, like, let's say there's a 22-year-old who's listening to this right now, who's kind of been a couple of years in the bartending industry, who's trying to like turn this into a career, who's like, oh dude, this is cool. I'm making fucking money. This is fucking cool. There's all these people who love me. They give me attention. I can make money. Like, what's some advice that you think you would give that person, that guy?
Multiple different things. Number one, I really recommend this. And I think over the last few years, a lot of people don't take it as seriously as it is. Start at the bottom. Okay. Become a barback. Okay. I barbacked for 5 years before I did this because I was 16 to 21, Yeah. That, I mean, you need to do that. I don't even care if you're 21 or you're 20 or whatever it is. Do not try, learn about the industry. Learn about the culture. I've seen so many issues with people going straight into bartending and getting a job, and they don't even know it.
What do you think it is about that?
About them wanting? I mean, they want to do it because of the money. Where do
issues come from?
Laziness. Okay. Is the biggest one. I need to know, if I need a keg, I need it now. You should know when the keg pops. Yeah. And you should be already on top of it.
Observe what's going on. Understand situational awareness.
Listen, if you're look in the fridge, why are the limes gone? Yeah. Okay, well, what do you need me to do? The limes are gone, and the Bud Light's almost gone. I shouldn't have to tell you this stuff.
It's grunt work.
And I mean, I don't know if it was a COVID thing or whatever, but back when I was working, I was losing 10 pounds a day. Carrying bottles out and doing limes, and then I would run the register while they would do the drinks, and then I would get back to doing this and doing that, know. And I think that's such an important thing. And another one is don't be stupid with your money. Like, if you do land a good job at a young age, dive bars can make you very good money. It's cash in your hand. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid with it. You don't have to spend it just because it's in your pocket.
So what you're talking about is like financial literacy.
Yeah.
Which is a really big thing in the whole fucking
It's
industry.
a really big thing.
No, because the reality is we do make fast cash.
And we make good cash.
You, in this industry, you come out of work $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 sometimes.
Yeah.
Cash in hands.
Yeah.
And it's like when with people who don't know, that's like you can do.
It matters. It matters where you're at. It matters where you
at. Like, save your money. Put it away. Put it in a fucking shoebox, dude. One thing I did when I was younger, I literally had a fucking shoebox. I'd stack cash away. Put it in the bank. If don't let somebody steal it or rob it. Anyways.
Who was that red man on fucking MTV Cribs?
I don't know.
You never watched MTV Cribs?
No, I saw it, but like
when he was
19,
pulled open his shoe boxes and they were full of money or whatever. Anyway, continue.
No, bro, I got a safe, dude.
As we all should.
I
put it in the bank. I should probably put it in a safe, but I put it in a bank.
No, I just anyways. Get a safe. I mean, I don't know. God forbid, like, you got roommates, you got family and shit like that. Like, I don't know. Anyways, no, but financial literacy is a very serious thing. And I think that a real topic is young people who make the kind of money that we make in the restaurant industry don't necessarily know what to do with it and how to use it. You can, if you...
People, I'll put it this way. People have no idea, how much money you can make in this industry in the right restaurant or bar. I mean, I was making some money back when I was, I would say late 21 to 24. I made a very healthy amount of money.
So hold on. What are you talking? Just like per shift or per year? Or
no, per year.
Okay,
I was making
per shift. What are you talking about? Per day going in? What kind of numbers are you talking about?
Per shift, I was working around 3 to 4 days a week. Usually, I mean, it matters. I was in Seattle at the time, so it mattered if it was in season, like Seahawks season. I would have to work that Sunday, but I never worked Sundays. But Seahawks season, I would work a Sunday. So I would work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I mean I'm making like $500-$600 a shift in tips. In tips.
Okay, you're right.
Not hourly, in tips.
Right. So there's a lot of those bars where you can make that money, and that's life-changing money for so many people.
Yeah, it's all gone. That's
what I'm trying to say out of that is dude, I know, and so many people, I know, we party our way through that shit.
Well, it's just like I'm buying tickets to this. I'm, having fun with this. We're going out. My buddy's like, I don't want to go out because I don't have $100. I got you. Just pay me whenever back, whatever this. It's just, I found, because even if because I had those 4 days off, say I'm chilling for a day or two, and then I go out for 2 days and say I spend $500. Whatever. I'm going to work the next 2 days. It's going to come back immediately. Chasing the dragon is pretty tough. All right, I'll tell you what.
I know.
Because when you look 3 years later, and you're like, shit. You know what I mean? It's like,
it's real.
Yeah,
and that's
it's hard.
That is such a big part of our industry.
It is.
And what we do for a living is managing the fucking money.
It takes a lot of maturity to be able to settle on that.
It sounds, to people who are not in the restaurant industry, it sounds strange. But I don't know, man. It's when what we do for a living is we're on stage and we are the entertainers and we get the hoorahs and the fucking, you're so great, Q, you're the fucking best. You're the hottest, you're the best. Yeah. And it's that psychology of knowing how to take that in, make your money and go home at night from a professional sense, mental, physical, and financial. It's real fucking shit, dude.
I think it's easy for easy is not the word. I think for very disciplined people and people that have been in this industry a while and have gone through a lot, they are very good at it. Or some people are just good at it. The majority, and I would say 75 to 70%, is not good at saving their money in this industry. If you could say that, if you could tell a kid as a bartender that would never party, would never do any of that stuff or go out, and you're like, guess what? You're going to have like $300,000 if you're smart about your money.
I mean, 300,000, yeah, over 10, 20, 15, 20 years. Yeah, you could do that.
I mean,
no, you're right, dude.
I would say over like 10 years. If you're
That's
if you're
a
in the,
lot.
no,
Okay,
if you're in
hold
the
on.
right place.
That means you're spending 10 years. That means you're saving fucking like 30 grand a year over 10 years.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I mean,
if you're
that's-
saving 30 grand, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. That's well, per month. That means you're saving $2,500 a month. You're saving.
Yeah.
Well, why aren't we doing that shit then, bro? Come on,
I
hold
think
on. Let's hold on. Look, I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying like you get like.
And again, I mean, we're not fucking Cameron out here. We're not ballers, but like, I do think even say 1,500. Yeah. Telling a bartender out here that does well that save $1,500 this month. You're like, oh God, I want to go out with the boys, or I want to there's a lot of temptation,
bro.
But like saving $1,500 a month, that's a lot of money at the end of the day.
That is one of the big things I like to talk about.
Yeah.
Is because this is a business. You and me, we are in the entertainment business, the bartending. You work at Star Bar. It's, one of the top, probably the top dive bar in downtown San Diego.
It's insane.
I work at Stout Public House, probably one of the best neighborhood industry bars in downtown. Like, everybody, it's for whatever. Anyways. Mm-hmm. How do we have the entertainment aspect? You have what you do behind the bar and your hospitality aspect, your bartending, your networking, relationship building. But like there is the other side of that on the business side. And so many people will fucking crush it in that first end and they blow themselves out in both areas, but also in the business end.
Are we talking about business or are we talking about personal?
I'm just talking about making money and saving money.
Just making money and saving money?
Like, it's like the number one thing, dude. We get too caught up, I feel like, in the product of entertainment.
This is one thing I'll say about it, is like, you need to do things for yourself. Like today, I went shopping. Literally, today I went shopping. And I bought a bunch of clothes because I haven't done that in months. I mean, I have a ridiculous amount of clothes, but I just haven't done it in a few months. And like, I have worked a lot and I felt like it was appropriate to do it. And as human beings, we need that. So there's that gray line. I mean, we need to let loose. People need to let loose. For example, last Saturday, I went out with the boys. We surprisingly had it off all together. We had a buddy that came in from Texas. We had the best time, man. And everywhere we went, it was just like, who cares? We're just having a good time. Because I think at times humans need that. We do work a lot and we're around so much. Now controlling that for sure. But like if you're taking a day or two to go spoil yourself or to go out with the boys or the girls or whatever you're doing, like humans need that, man. You really do. It's really good for your mental health to be around people and to take care of yourself. So it's a fine line. I mean, maybe we do go too far with it, but I mean, it's like who cares? You don't know how long you're going to be alive. Sure, and I think that goes into the fine line of you need to work out. You need to take care of your body and everything. But who fucking knows? You don't know what's going to happen to you. Mm. I have friends that have died and I, talked to him the day before and I'm like, geez, this guy was about to have a baby and stuff, like you don't know what's going to happen. So if you think that $50 for a dinner is too expensive, fuck it, spend it. Eat it, enjoy it, smile and have a whiskey. Who cares?
Bro, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not fucking wrong.
Yeah. It's a fine line, though.
It's a fine line.
Because
there's living for the moment.
Yeah.
And then I know it's a balance, dude. That's what this is all about. It's about balance.
Because then Sunday could be a fun day, too.
I'm fucking dude. I fucking struggle with that shit, bro. Because
We all do. We all
bro,
do.
like I've gone too far in that second direction where I just go. I'm like, yo, you could go off the rails.
100%.
And I'm like, dude, I don't want to just like crash and burn too fast.
Yeah.
I love this industry. I love the hospitality, the entertainment. I love going out, eating, having a nice dinner, talking to fucking great people, meeting
Getting
girls,
taken care of. Yeah.
fucking spending money buying girls drinks. It's fucking, you know. But if I do that, if I don't pull a rein, if I don't control that, then it'll take control of my life.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, I've definitely found a balance in the past. I would say the past year and a half. I found a really solid balance. Now, listen, I still have good times. And I still do have a lot of fun. But I really have like financially found that balance where I have money in the bank. Good. If something happens, I have money in the bank.
Good.
And that's a very important thing that, I mean, my grandparents taught me that. My mother and my grandparents taught me that. Is you gotta have something, because what happens if shit hits the fan? Like if shit hits the fan right now.
What is shit hits the fan? What do you mean?
I mean, if shit hits the fan, you should have enough money in your account that you could go anywhere in the world and be able to be there for like a week,
or like 6 months rent, or a couple months rent.
Yeah, or like 3 months rent or whatever.
Yeah,
you should be able to figure it out from there and have just your bills taken care of.
Right.
And
so
I know that sounds crazy to some people, but if you can get to that, you can build off of that.
Savings.
Yes.
Yeah, learn to save.
And then you can have a little bit of fun after that. See, so this is my struggle.
Okay.
Is I found the balance.
Okay.
And, put the money away. And then I saved enough. And obviously the timeout thing, that sucked. But I still the gigs and stuff. But I have this thing that hits me in the head where I'm like, oh, well, I still have savings, and I'm working, I can have a little fun. It's like the goblin on your shoulder where I'm like, I should still be like a little smart, but it's like, no, you have it. You have it. Go get a tattoo.
Hold on, I'm gonna get one beer. Hold on, I'm gonna take one little break. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no pressure, dude. We're just fucking chilling.
I'm not pressured at all.
I feel like the podcast space is kind of strange because it's like you do kind of perform for people, but I try to just have regular conversations with people. We kind of talked about advice for bartenders coming up and things like that.
Mm-hmm. I think it really is important for people to understand what they're getting into. And to understand how to take it seriously. This is the last thing I'll say about this. Whatever you're going to do, be fucking smart about it. It's fun. We live a great life. Sure, you want to have a shot behind the bar. You want to do your thing. I've seen way too many people fuck off their opportunity.
What do you mean by that?
Get very good jobs and fuck off their opportunity. And I mean really good jobs. Listen, have fun with what you do. Enjoy bartending. It's okay. Follow the rules. This isn't as much as we are the party central of the bar and you're having fun and you're pouring drinks for people and they're getting drunk and somebody offers you a shot and you take a shot. Yes. Don't be stupid. Don't lose your job over something stupid. If that's not okay with the company, don't do it. These are important things. I've seen way too many people be on time for your shift. I'm the worst at that. So I'm saying that in a real thing. I'm known for being late, and I'm not super proud of it. But I take my job very seriously, and I do everything I can for that company. But take your job seriously. I've seen too many people with good jobs that fuck it off and they miss out on an amazing opportunity. So that's something that's important too,
Here's what I see. Tell me what you think about this.
Absolutely.
There's so many. We're talking about the hospitality industry.
Yes.
There's fine dining, there's hotels, there's dive bars, there's clubs, there's regular restaurants, there's all this sorts of shit.
Tons of different categories.
You got to know where you're at. And
Yes.
I've worked at Hotel Del Coronado, which is the most expensive hotel in probably Southern California.
Yes.
I've worked at neighborhood bars like Stout Public House. I've worked at fucking, corporate places. And you got to know where you are. And it's like, what do you want to get out of this industry? Is it about money? Is it about longevity? Is it about experience? Is it about networking? Is it about knowledge? Is it about having fun? Like, I look at this shit as a fucking business, dude.
I mean, it is a business. Yes.
I'm here to learn and grow long term and fucking take care of myself and find a way to make a career out of this.
And if you're not, if you're not looking to go far into the career basis, which I think is an important concept that people do not talk about. If you are listen, if you want to be that person or somebody that's just like, I'm having a good time with it, then have a good time with it, but be fucking smart, because a lot of us that do have time or have fun with it and run these places, we can smell bullshit from a mile away. I have worked or been kind of at that point with people where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to give you a ton of leeway. You're being a fucking idiot. Don't fuck this up. And people are very good at that. And it surprises me. It really does surprise me. Do not call out 2 hours before. I don't care how hungover you are. I don't care how hungover you are. You're going to take a shot or have a little hair of the dog, and you're going to go to work and you're going to do the best you can.
Show up. Yeah.
You're going to show up.
There's been days, dude, where I've been begging, what I'd give to not fuck. Dude, where I'm at Stout, I can't call out. There's no
100%.
With the job that I have, dude, there's nobody who's gonna pick up my shift. We run a fucking skeleton crew.
Yes.
It's one of those places where you show up to your shift no matter fucking what.
And you know what? And this is kind of a dive bar thing, right? When you work in bigger restaurants and stuff, you have fill-ins and stuff. One of my biggest things is I've always told people, when you're running the skeleton crew, you better figure it out.
Figure it, right there. Figure it out.
If you are not going to the hospital, and
or somebody died, who's an immediate family member, that's what Anthony Bourdain talks about in his fucking book, Kitchen Confidentials. Unless an immediate family member fucking dies, you show up to your fucking shift, bro.
Yes. I don't care. I mean, listen, and I'll be the one that if you're telling me hey, I mean, I got to go into the back, I got to throw up. It's just been a rough day. Do it.
Fucking dude.
Go do it. But you're still going to
Pepto-Bismol.
You're still going to show up for your shift.
Show up to your shift. You ever read it, Bourdain?
No.
You should, bro. The Kitchen Confidentials is one of my favorite books ever.
Everybody's a big fan. I never really looked into him.
I never did either until about a year ago.
I thought he was more of a kitchen guy than a restaurant guy.
That's probably the dumbest thing that's ever been said on this podcast. What do you fucking mean, bro?
Because I don't watch TV like
kitchen
that.
Guy, you work at. It's so funny because you kind of do work at dive bars.
I do.
And then there's restaurants.
Yeah.
Those are two different things.
I know. I figured he's
a different level of hospitality, bro. It's like serving food and shit and understanding that whole thing.
The one thing that stuck to me, I mean, I know people love Anthony Bourdain, and I've seen a lot of his stuff, and I think I saw one video of his that really stuck to me, and it was it looked like New York City, but they were getting a delivery from the company or whatever for their day that day, and they were late, and he was smoking a cigarette outside, and they were filming him, and he was like, how the fuck can my cooks show up on time or 5 minutes later drunk as shit, but I can't get my fucking food to show up on time, or it was something like that. And I was like, I don't know why, but I kind of get that. I kind of get that.
Here, just a quick little history. Anthony Bourdain was a chef in New York City. Mm-hmm. Had his highs, had his lows. Ran restaurants, came up and down, failed restaurants, and he was in his early 40s.
Yeah.
And he wrote a book. He was like a writer.
Yeah.
Chef, writer. And the way he wrote the book was, I'm going to write this book for my chef buddies as if nobody's ever going to read it. So hopefully they get a laugh. And he published the book. And it fucking took off. It was like a New York Times bestseller. So you take a guy in his early 40s who's been through the restaurant industry, who just puts it all out there, and he fucking took off because he talks authenticity in the industry and all the crazy shit we fucking go through. And that's what this is, Kitchen Confidentials. And dude, it's the most fucking relatable shit what he talks about in here. And I feel like I bring this up almost every goddamn episode. You've been through so much of this shit. It's like real restaurant shit. And dude, I read his book on Audible, and it's him. He reads you listen to this guy, and from there he created this job through TV and documentaries and his TV show where he goes around all across the world to interview people. Is real. This is like OG restaurant people is this guy, dude. So I really recommend. There's so many fucking people on Food Network or the TV shows. It's like, but like this dude, legit. Anyways,
being a person that's not super educated into that, he did commit suicide, correct?
Yep.
Was there ever a talk? I mean, in a quick way, without going on a tangent. Was there a quick thing of like that?
It's mental health.
Was it mental health that he was dealing with?
I mean, I don't know.
Did he talk about that or?
I don't know personally. I don't mind talking about these things. This is a mental health podcast.
No, I'm saying, did he talk about that?
Yeah, dude. I think. Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, dude. Like, I like having these real conversations. You do go back and you look at those videos with him.
Yeah.
There were times they filmed movies about this guy. It's called Roadrunner. It's a great movie, great documentary.
Is that about Anthony Bourdain?
Roadrunner, the documentary, is about Anthony Bourdain.
Okay.
There's obviously the fucking Cartoon Network thing.
No, I know, but is that where he went to different restaurants around the world?
No, that was his TV show.
Okay.
That was with Food Network or whoever it was. But Roadrunner was a documentary that they put together after he died. And he did, yeah. I mean, the guy suffered from, mental health issues, and like so many people in this industry do. And like, I learned about Anthony Bourdain after halfway through this podcast, through episode 12. But like, what I've noticed is so many people go through mental health struggles in this industry for whatever reason, dude. And like, dude, I'm in my mid 30s, you're in your late 20s. Like, we're at different parts of our lives, but it's like, dude, the pace, the consistency, the working around alcohol, the stress, the low wages, everything we do. We could talk about making fat money and blowing it, but it's like, I don't know, dude. It doesn't always end well.
I think a lot of it is we just leave ourselves open energy-wise so much. And it's so fucking hard to deal with.
What do you mean leave ourselves open?
Like on certain shifts, like I'm like the nicest guy, right? Like I'm like super just like, hey, how you doing? Whatever. Oh, my boy, how you doing? Sometimes it's now a trigger. It's a light switch for me. My brain is trained to be that guy. So it's not even like I have to act that way. It's just I'm already going to be that way. The minute I step behind that bar, whatever bar it is, I'm that guy. It's really hard to be alone sometimes. And like have somebody be like, hey, let's go get a slice of pizza. And I'm like, I don't think I could be around people. Because I don't know if I could, sometimes that light switch will come on again and I don't want it to. Does that make sense? I mean, I know that's a weird way to put it.
Not
but
weird. It's not weird. What we're talking about is you're on stage, off stage. We're performers.
Yes. So that's a good way to put it, because I remember talking to my manager publicist about she was saying I was going kind of nuts one time because I was just bendering and kind of going funny. And she's like, you have to find you have to know the difference between the artist and the person. You got to know how you're acting out there and then how you're acting at home. They're two different people and you're blending them, and that's not good. And I think that's the same as a bartender. It freaks. I don't like to be the artist all the time. It's really unhealthy for me. As much as I can play this game all day long, but it's really fucking unhealthy because I'm losing like myself, if that makes sense. Like I could easily be in the house all day, lights off, have a slice of pizza or, whatever I'm eating, and just sit there and rot because I don't have voices talking to me when I'm out, at a bar or whatever. But then I get to the bar. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah. Oh, you did text me about that. No, we're going to make that happen. The light switch turned on already. I'm already gone. I'm far gone.
The social butterfly.
And it has nothing to do with the liquor or the beer or anything like that.
I know.
It's just then you start, you're having drinks and everything, and then you're becoming more, and then that light's fully on. And that's like a dangerous, it sucks, man. It really does. It's like, it's so dark, especially when you're like telling, and I truly do like only think some people deal with it. I know people that handle it well and in a healthy way. And I think there's people that handle it not well. And I'm one of those people that even when I was doing music, I didn't handle it well. Like, even if I was not doing anything with music, say we did a promo one week. I was still going out that week acting as if, I'm like in this promo. I don't know. You know what I mean?
It's like your mind is primed.
It's the same thing as like, I've always loved WWE. It's the same thing as a wrestler. Like, The Undertaker is not Mark at home. But if he acted like that, the guy would be a nutcase. You know what I mean? Like,
it's almost like the things we put in front of our eyes and minds, they condition us to do that. Like when we do those over the years, we become those things.
Yeah, and it gets easier. That's the scariest part. I found that.
That's why we got to do positive, good shit that helps people as opposed to
100%.
negative shit that puts people down and puts ourselves down and harms ourselves physically, mentally, professionally, emotionally.
100%.
You know what I mean? That's like why I created this shit.
I think that one of the biggest things that I noticed over the past, 7 to 6 years, I'm wildly comfortable behind a bar. Any bar, not at a bar, behind it. Like, that's crazy. Like if I'm out like dealing with stuff in a city and stuff, it's going nuts, or we're going to like some festival or whatever, you could literally put me behind a bar and all my anxiety would go away.
Do you mean as a customer or the person bartending?
The person bartending.
Of course. That's our comfort zone. It's where we spend most of our time.
But I've never understood that until like the past like 6-7 years, where I'm like, I feel like so out of it. This is too much. And then I'm like, I get behind the bar and I'm like, what can I get you?
There's so many things.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's a sense of we have control. Do you ever think about that?
Yeah. 100%.
Like, I may not have control of so many things in my life, but I do have control of this.
Yeah.
And it's like comforting. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. And it's like one of those things, like, I know this goes into like the minuscule part, but like I show up to a bar, like, what bar stool am I going to sit at? Do I want to sit at that bar stool, or do I want to sit on this end? Or I get behind the bar, I'm like, this whole thing's mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like a weird way to think. You know, like
you don't have to make a decision. I don't know. It's also so many things. You have to make a decision. It's like, yeah, dude.
It's like way deeper than, yeah. And I think people will understand that.
I think it's almost like when you don't have much in life, but we have the bar.
Yeah, like this is
it's
our
almost
space.
Like you kind of talking about earlier how you'd go back to Time Out at 3 a.m. and just sit there. It's like that's where you're like, this is the space where I am fucking. I feel something.
This is my space.
It's my space. Yeah.
Like yeah, exactly. Like, Robbie and I lived next door to each other, and it's like, even us just going home, it's like, going through C Street. There's all that commotion and stuff we have to deal with downtown and all that. But like going in that bar was like, it's like our bar. It's so normalized. It's so normalized.
Yeah.
Like happy times, shitty times, whatever it is. Like, I think that's an important thing. And, I've thought about that for a while now. It's like, it's crazy how, and I always wonder, if bartenders feel that same way, like how comforting it is to be behind your own bar. It's almost better than home sometimes. And
isn't it weird? You get this anxiety when you're off, and then you're on. You're like, oh, I feel good. Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's weird.
It's crazy. Yeah. You're like, what am I gonna do? Like, I have the day off, and it's like people are like, just relax, and you're like,
I want to go home, back to my job.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go drink a Time Out or Stout or.
Well, at least I'm getting, or like, I'd rather work because at least I'm getting paid for it, you know, because I'm going to feel comfortable, It's
like when you wake up on your day that you have to go to work, even though you're in at 6 p.m., you're like, all right, at least I get to go to work today.
Yeah.
But when it's your day off, you're like, what do I do with my fucking time?
Well, and I think it's one of those things too, like say walking to work. I've always walked to work, except for Carnitas. Sometimes I get lazy and I'll Uber down to the water, but chill. But like that walk to work, like I think sometimes in my head, like where else would I be walking? You know what I mean? I've done this for so many years, especially in Seattle. Same thing. You leave work, like unless you're going to like I go to concerts all the time. But if I'm not going to like a concert or I'm not going to meet these people here or this, like I don't have it in my head. Like I don't think I could ever walk somewhere and not know where I'm going. Does that make sense?
What comes up in my mind right now is like, what would you be doing? Like, how do you contradict that time in a positive way when you're off? Like, is it the gym with creativity?
Yes, the gym.
The gym?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
For me, it's the gym. I boxed for a while. And I left that, but
your creativity with your music, dude.
Yeah, but I mean I lost a lot of love for that.
But like, dude, I don't know. Maybe try. I don't know.
I mean, I still play guitar. I mean, I still do all that. Like, but I just lost a lot of love for music after all I like went through and all that. Like, it doesn't.
You should give it another fucking try. I mean, I don't know.
It doesn't turn me on anymore. It's like in other stances it does. The business side turns me on, where I want to get where I want to like get into that like agency work and stuff like that. Dude. But I would never manage. I don't like really fighting for creativity anymore. I don't know. It sounds fucked up to some people, but for me it seems really healthy because I did this for so long. I was writing multiple songs a day, like.
Yeah, but you were working for also on the business side. There's also like the creating not for business and just for yourself, creating for creativity purposes, which you and I were just talking about back at fucking the reunion.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, dude, like not everything has to be transactional.
I know, but that's what I've always done in my life because
I know, I totally fucking agree, dude.
Because
I think the way that you do. But
I want to do something for like a purpose. Like what am I gonna fight back to get back on stage and?
But do you enjoy writing? Do you enjoy singing?
I used to. Not really anymore.
How old are you?
28.
Okay. When I was 28, I had moved out to California. I've had so much. I'm like 6.5 years older than you.
Yeah.
The way your brain is going to think in the next 6.5 years is going to go boom, boom, left, right. Like, it goes back and forth, dude.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't necessarily give up on that shit.
I don't think it's giving up. I'm just like, I lost so much. Like why write a song?
Because it's the way you feel. It's because you got to let it out, dude. I write every day in my fucking notes. I have like 4,000 notes in my goddamn thing because you got to let that shit out.
Yeah.
That's why.
I mean, I used to have, so like a lot of my music, if people listen to it, it's a lot of like telling people how I feel or like stories I went through. And like, I feel like a lot of this like music industry and all this other shit, like, it's like, it sucks.
maybe you're looking at it from a monetary, maybe beforehand you were looking at it from like, I'm writing to get money. Maybe you should.
No, I mean 100%. I've always wrote to be like, to make something. It's in. I mean the stories I wrote, all true. They matter. I love it all. But like again, people have to survive.
Yeah, but like, dude, hold up. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you're creating for some sort of like financial gain or some sort of monetary sense. But like, sometimes it's nice to create and express yourself for nothing in return. It's so different sometimes, you know. We kind of talked about that a little bit with Rick Rubin earlier and stuff.
Yeah, we did the Rick Rubin talk and all that.
But like, I don't know, dude. Like, art is so weird. Like, dude, I don't gain anything from doing this podcast. It's my way of letting things out. Everybody needs their expression.
But don't you feel like you want something from this podcast? Like, don't
long
you?
Term, I do. Yes,
exactly.
Long term,
exactly. Long term, you do.
Yeah.
And that is exactly why I wrote. Is long term I did. And now it's like sure I could keep pressing forward with it, but that's a lot of time and energy.
It is.
It's a lot of, getting back into it, like getting other stuff. It's just the music stuff is so heavy and it's a lot.
I think your brain, like from our previous conversations, man, there's artistic expression is so important. And maybe try to take the fucking financial and transactional elements out. See what happens. I don't know, dude.
Maybe someday.
Look, I took this podcast that I do, Wellness on the Rocks, I took the fucking transactional element out. And guess what? I'm starting to fuck with top names in the industry. It's like something about our brains where it's like when you try to make money, you don't make money. But when you just do your thing, somehow you make money. I don't know. It's like the way you think about it. If you move with positive intentions, consistency over the long term, that's when sometimes those are the people who hit.
I would have to do a full, and again, I obviously had I don't want people to get confused. Like, I love music. Like, it was my life. Like, I did it for a long time. Like, I love it.
Guitar, bass, drum, singer. What?
I did some guitar riffs on the first album, and then I did vocals on the first.
What band was this?
Well, it was under Rank Ramon, so it was hip hop.
Okay.
But it was grunge. Okay. And then I had my band on my second album. Yeah.
Okay.
But I love it. Like, I loved it. It's not like I did it just for like to make money. It was the thing that meant the most to me in life. I loved the culture of it. I loved, the photo shoots and the fashion and the, doing the studio sessions and stuff. I think I might have lost myself a little bit in the sense of, just being a character. Gets weird after a while, You become a character a little bit. Which isn't a bad thing because it's the character that you really are. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I was really happy of the product that we finished with on that second album, and sure, could have kept going and stuff. I just know a lot of people in the industry and have seen stories and stuff, and putting energies into something that could do me nothing in 10 years or making money to save for my future life means a lot more.
Okay. I hear that.
Maybe I should pick up pickleball or something like that.
Nah, bro, but it's like, bro, like, what I do with this podcast platform, it has made me zero fucking money. I've spent so much money on the camera, the lighting, the fucking backdrops,
and
the
time.
going out, the time. Editing, the editing process. But it's like, dude, when people say, "Oh, I enjoyed listening to that," it's like that is the return on investment.
Yeah.
It's not always necessarily a fucking financial. It doesn't matter. It's not always how much money's in your pocket. I know long term you want to pay your artists, yes. But in the short term, it's like, dude, if you do it for fucking I'm going to do this episode and I'm going to make $50. I don't know, bro. That's not how good art's made.
Do you know how much it costs to make an album?
I don't know. No fucking idea.
A lot of money.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, dude, hold on. Why did you want to create an album in the first place?
Because I wanted to do a full album cycle.
Why?
I mean, it's the best thing you can represent as an artist to some of these labels and stuff. Like when you're doing a full rollout.
Why did you want to make music in the first place?
Watching the peers before me. Oh God, I've been in love with, like imitating music from like Slipknot to all these people. Like I remember I had this guitar when I was younger, and then I would use I would steal my mom's chopsticks and play on we had this ottoman, and I'd watch like certain videos of like Slipknot, AC/DC, and I'd pretend to play the drums and shit like that. Like I just loved the idea of like walking in front of a crowd and just like hearing the roar, and it was like fucking so dope. And then like we had some great, like one of the biggest shows that like was such a one-off. I got to do a show with Bad Baby. Do you know who that is?
Why did you make music? Like, why do you want to make music? I don't give a fuck about that.
That's what I'm talking about. Is like that. Like I loved that. Like hearing people like that adrenaline was nothing. Like there's nothing better. The feeling was nothing better. Like, and then I fell in love obviously with like certain hip hop cultures and like Griselda and all that stuff where you're like telling stories with your music. And you know, there's obviously other kind of metal emo stuff that I like stuck in between. But like watching, like going to a show and just seeing like somebody that you don't know what's going on in their mind, but they come out and everybody's just like a crowd of like 50,000.
Yo, let me ask you this.
That blew my mind.
When's the last time you got on stage and performed?
It was our last show ever in Seattle.
So in the last 3 years plus, you haven't performed?
No, it was our last show ever in Seattle. The first time I ever did is where Nirvana got signed.
Why don't you do music here in San Diego?
I don't think the culture's there. I mean, sure.
Dude, yeah, but that's whoa, that statement right there. Hold up, time out.
Not for me. Not for me.
You don't create because the culture you're in isn't cool. You fucking create because it comes from you, bro.
Also another thing, I'm not like that guy anymore. I'm not
but like why like
right.
I
would join a band. Like San Diego has the best, in my opinion, like the best punk kind of underground hardcore scene that I've seen in a long time across the United States. They have that best culture. I would love to join a band like that and like kind of rock with that and do like a little side project thing.
Why don't you start your own thing?
God, we're just talking so much time, man.
I don't know,
do you know how long? I mean, it's not like you make a fucking few phone calls and
I'm talking about like create music, bro. You don't need any phone calls to create music. I don't need any phone calls to create podcasts. I don't need any phone calls to fucking do all this shit. You could do your own shit, bro. I'm just trying to get your brain. I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm just trying to get your brain moving.
I'm like, what's the fucking point? Like
that's what I'm trying to get at right there.
What's the fucking point?
Like what? That's the what I'm trying to get at. What's the question? Like, why are you doing this, man? Like, why? I love to express myself and do my thing, and it's just like,
it's like what's gonna make me different? Like so say like the only thing I would do in San Diego is like maybe get some friends together to create like a hardcore band, right? That'd be cool.
Okay.
What's the fucking point?
Because you enjoy doing it.
Yeah, but it would take me away from all my other adult life.
Which is?
Making money and trying to better myself.
Okay. All right. We're getting somewhere, bro. We're getting somewhere, bro. Welcome to Wellness on the Rocks, baby. We're getting deep, baby.
I mean, I just don't.
But it's like seriously, that is why. Well, we're creators. You're a creator. I'm a creator. Yeah. You do music. I do bartending. I do podcasting. It's like, bro.
I'm down, and like I have so many friends that like are still working in the music industry and they're like doing well, and I love. It was so awesome to like take a step back and then like go to these people's shows and kind of be that like outside vision instead of being like, yeah, I can't wait till we.
What instruments do you play?
Guitar.
All right.
I dabbled in piano for a while.
If I pulled that guitar out right now, would you be able to fucking give me a little riff?
Yeah.
Acoustic?
I haven't played it in a while. Acoustic, yeah?
Yeah. When's the last time you played acoustic guitar?
Fucking probably 3 years.
All right, I'm going to get a guitar.
You got any picks? This sounds fucking brutal. We gotta
It's out of
this
tune. It's
motherfucker.
out of tune. It's out of tune.
This is everybody's fucking favorite tune. All right, sing it. Sing it to me. Sing it to me. Sing it to me.
That one song.
Smells like Teen Spirit. Sing it to me.
Da 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 da. Gotta stable.
No, don't sing that part. Just do the same thing you're just doing.
Hello.
No, don't do that.
Hold on.
Are you playing it? That's not.
Hello, 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 hello. Where the lights down, at a stable.
And we are now entertain us. We are stupid and contagious.
Good shit, bro.
Good shit.
bro.
I can't wait till somebody that famous is a guitarist watches this and fucking loses their mind.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Dude, congrats, man. I appreciate you, man. Thanks
Of
for
course,
fucking
I
putting that
got
shit
you.
out there,
I got
dude.
you.
That's definitely not fucking easy, bro. Bro, that's what I'm trying to say is like, bro, the creativity, I don't know, dude. It's like when you got nothing else to fucking do, dude. I don't know, dude. I'm trying to find fucking cool creative outlets, whether it's music or comedy or any of that shit.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, and it's really healthy for everybody, but I think that, yeah, music, it was just a lot for me, and it was really fun, and I had a good time with it. Like, it was like creating the music videos, creating the person I was. I did really well because I was just such a out there person. Does that make sense? Like, I was so out there with everything I did other than any other artist.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people are like, yeah, dude, like, I'm a fucking this guy and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, dude, I just kissed a dude on a YouTube channel that has 25 million views, and I'm proving that you're not gay if you do that. You know, and I was doing shit like that. That was like so out of the box. I was wearing outfits that were like skin tight. I was doing like stuff that a lot of people, like, it doesn't make sense to them nowadays.
Yeah.
They'll call you gay no matter what. And it's like, who fucking cares?
Bro, yeah. The state of creativity.
That's
expression
I
is
think
very
that
different.
did like major stuff for me. It broke a lot of boundaries.
To be able to express yourself.
No, because I was the only one that would express myself.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, yeah, like, I love titties. And you're like, whatever. I'm sure you do that. You know, me, I'm like, yeah, watch me kiss this dude. Do you think I'm gay now? And at the time I was dating a hot ass chick. You know, it's like that doesn't, why does that make me gay? Or why can't I represent, you know, I'm not an activist. Like, I'm not like this person that's like, I respect and fighting for what you believe in and all that, but like, I love the gay community. I love the lesbians. I love the straight community. I love both sides. I it's whatever it is, you know, like, I was that person. And that I think that did wonders for me. People would make fun of me about how skin tight my pants were all the time. It's like, who fucking cares? I'd put a collar on. I was wearing like little face paint at one time. The last show I was wearing little face paint. Like I didn't care, man. And I think that separated me. That was one of my strong suits of, it took my music, what we talked about before, it took my music from just being like, oh, he's doing music, to like, well, he's different. and that kind of meshed together, marketing wise, you know.
Well, cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, dude. New one?
Where's my beer? I thought you were getting me a Peroni. You forgot my Peroni?
No, it's right here.
Oh, okay. Cheers.
Never forget the Peronis.
Hashtag never forget.
Yeah, dude. I think it's dude, expression's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
I can't tell people how they should think or what to think or how, you think wrong or you think this. Like, dude, as a bartender, we are kind of like these like psychologists a little bit. Like we're therapists, not psychologists. I'm sorry. And like through my career of listening to people as a bartender, I realized that there's no like right or wrong answer to life's problems or any of these things.
No. There is no right or wrong answer. It's the same thing of like, I have friends that I grew up with that I was very close with, or I still consider them, I wouldn't say best friends, but very, very good friends. We were best friends at one time. And they have kids. They have wives now, and they have a house. Like, that doesn't make them better than me. Also, me being single and doing my thing doesn't make me better than them.
Right.
It's different perspectives of life. I mean, we all have our struggles. No matter what you do in life, you have a struggle.
Everybody. Yeah. Everybody
Like
goes through shit.
literally anything. You could win the lottery tomorrow, and I know Taylor's still gonna have a struggle.
Yeah.
You're gonna have something going on in your head where you're like, you have something going on in your head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that.
I do. No, literally, it's like the older I get, the more I realize like how grateful I am for what I do have.
Yeah.
Because you learn about things that people go through that oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine going through that.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
When it came to Star Bar taking me on, and then like people asking me about Star Bar, I told them constantly, I was like, I could not be more blessed than being with, I mean, some of those coworkers I work with, I've known for a while.
Yeah.
And then being around that environment, like I'm blessed to be around that environment, to get the shifts that I get, whatever it is. There's a lot of people that are, I mean, we won't even go into struggling, but like that are like need a job. They need a bartending gig. And like this bar trusted me with being that person. And I could not be more blessed in my entire life.
That word trust just stood out. This industry trust is so important.
It's so huge. And it's so easy to break.
It is. Okay. That's a good point.
Yes. And you know what I mean by that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Trust is a huge, I've talked about this. It's like, integrity. Mm-hmm. Integrity and trust are two huge fucking things.
Absolutely. And
I know bartenders who have got caught stealing, like, and it's like, bro, that red mark will carry you for the rest of your career.
Not only that, I always wonder the same thing. Why? Now,
I'll tell you why, but let's hear it.
I think one of the biggest ones, and somebody might feel different about me saying this, addiction. And I'm not talking about alcohol, I'm talking about drug addiction. I've known bartenders back in the day that have had drug addiction, and they have stolen because of that. And then if it's not that, then it's got to be greed. I mean, why else would you be stealing? Like,
I mean, dude, there's 100 fucking reasons. It's just people.
We're making better money than a lot of other people are. Why?
Yeah, well, sometimes, not always. I mean, not everybody in the industry crushes, bro.
No, 100% not. But like,
Hugh, I've had jobs where we don't make money. Like, it's like Star Bar's a great bar, Time Out is a great bar. Like, we are blessed people.
Yeah.
Not everybody has the income that like does well.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's it's honest reality.
But when, like, I'm Italian. One of the biggest things that we always say is like, don't, like, my grandpa and my mom and all of them will always say, like, do not lie to me. And lying is, when you steal, you lie. Do not lie to me. You could do anything. Just do not lie to me. And that goes into stealing. Like, move on. If you need help, ask somebody for help. If you don't have any options, like, talk, like, I can maybe help, but let's move you on. If you're not happy here, if you're not making enough money, or maybe this is just not the industry for you, like,
well, yeah,
I don't know. How do you feel about that? That's kind of a weird way to put it, but how do you feel about that?
My honest reaction, my honest thoughts are, this industry there are some people in this industry who it's like, yo, I have found this way to make money, and you find these little corners that you can cut, and they take advantage of that, and they fucking, I know bartenders who have been like, and I'm not trying to blow people up, but dude, you have to have integrity. You have to have professionalism. You have to be able to look fucking people in the eye and be honest with them.
I think it's a very honest, because people see us sometimes like, it's like, oh, hey,
everybody's been in the fucking bar where there's nobody's tabs and everybody's fucking shit-faced. And it's like, bro, come on, bro.
No, but not only that. That's not what I'm saying. Like, not only that, like, but at the sense of, you're like, hey, what do I owe you? And it's like, oh, you don't owe me anything. And it's like, oh, okay. But as a bartender, when I go to people and like, usually you have comp tabs, you have other stuff going on, or, but I'm very honest where I've gone to businesses that are usually not cool with that I've bartended for. And I go, hey, these guys are some of our regulars. We take care of them all the time. I'm going to buy them each a drink. And you know what they usually say? Yeah, please do. It's the honesty that means something.
Well,
I get when you're going.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. Look,
it's the honesty that means something.
If you dude, hold on. If you can't afford to buy a fucking drink, don't go out for a fucking drink.
No. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm talking company wise. Like,
I know. I'm just saying. Talking big.
You want to get into that? I'll get into that. But
I'm just saying, bro. Like.
I'm saying company-wise, like, I've worked for companies that are like, we do not give shots away, or we do not give a drink away.
And know where the fuck you're at, bro.
And know where you're at. But at the same time, I do feel sometimes we need to take care of the people that take care of this business. When these people are spending,
you're talking about right.
When these people are spending hundreds of dollars.
That's part of the industry. You don't have to sugarcoat that.
Exactly.
That's part of the fucking industry.
And even if that company will tell me like, hey, we do not do this, I go to that manager on shift.
If the company says we don't do this, then tell them to fuck off and go like, hey, that is what it is.
Absolutely not. Do not do that. Do not do that. Talk to your manager about it first.
No, dude. Look, know where you're fucking at. Know what kind of restaurant you're at, dude.
I believe in full honesty with your managers. Because sometimes managers will stick with you on that. And I've told managers before.
Bro, if your company doesn't want to fucking have a comp tab, then say, hey, I'm sorry, I can't do it. It's a job.
Oh, you're saying that part.
Yeah,
bro. Okay. No.
Like,
yes, but what I'm saying is what I do is I go to that manager on shift and I go, hey, listen, these guys have been taking care of us for months on end. They drink here almost every other day. I'm going to buy their next couple of drinks. And they go, 100%.
Yeah.
Because it's understood through the industry. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's part of hospitality.
It's honesty.
It's part of hospitality.
I don't sit there and I go, well, I'm going to take care of these 3 drinks. Hopefully they don't find out. No, I go and fucking tell them. And I go, hey, we're not going to charge them for 3 drinks because these guys have meant a lot to us for the last few months. And I'll tell you what, 99% of the time that company goes, yeah, absolutely do that. That's what I was getting at. Is just be honest. Be honest with people.
Yeah,
honesty is key.
That's how I run the bar that I'm
don't
at.
Don't be a little shit, you know.
Look, yeah, there's bars downtown where they have zero tolerance for that shit, and it's like, dude, if you can look your fucking managers in the face and say, this is how I run my bar, this is what I did. Yeah. It's like, there's no shame in that.
No, there's no.
This is This is what it is. Anyways.
And real industry people will understand that. and they will tip you accordingly.
What else do you want to get into, dude? There's so many things we've talked about. We haven't really talked about the state of San Diego hospitality.
I mean, what's there to talk about? I saw that on the sheet and everything, and if you cannot stay up to date in the San Diego climate, you will not survive.
What do you mean by that?
San Diego is a fast-moving, young, even if you're in your 40s or 50s, if you live in San Diego, you're a young soul.
What do you mean? There's 50, 60, 70 years old. What do you mean? Come on.
People are always looking for the new thing out here. Okay. You cannot sit still with a restaurant or bar out here. You can't. I mean, somebody could tell me otherwise or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You cannot sit still with that. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but you need events. You need people. Why am I coming to your bar? Say we opened 10 years ago. We've been doing the same thing, same regulars, whatever. You cannot do the same thing year in and year out and survive. And you're lucky enough if you're a dive bar to make that happen. But when you're talking about a company bar, we have a lot of we have a lot of themed bars out here. I don't know, do we mention names on here?
Yeah. It's fun.
Johnny Goodnight John Boy. That's a 70s disco, I believe. Don't martyr me if I'm wrong. We have El Chingon. It's kind of a clubbish type of spot. Been there for a while. We have a lot of we have a lot of bars that are very catered to what they cater to. And if that sits still for 5 years to 10 years, they need up.
You have to constantly evolve.
Thank you. You have to evolve with the community.
Yeah.
And I've seen certain places have trouble because they're not evolving. And it doesn't mean how many people you're bringing in the door or whatever. People get bored. It's the same with Instagram, what we were talking about earlier.
New shit, yeah. Can I? All right. My honest thoughts are some of the great places don't evolve. The Lancers, the Stouts, the fucking old sods, those old school Irish pubs. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Is Lancers an Irish pub?
It's not. It's a dive bar.
Okay, I know. I was there last week, but.
There's something. There's Tivoli. A balance. There's exactly.
Tivoli, but okay. Tivoli. So the only thing I would stick into this is a lot of them own the buildings. I know Stout. I think you guys don't own the building.
I don't own shit.
No, I'm not sure, but Tivoli owns the building. A lot of these places have been there for so long, they own the place. So it's more of and also. There's that's not the places I'm talking about. These old dive, traditional places, people go there for, one of my favorites. If I go to North Park, you know where I'm going? It doesn't matter where I'm going in North Park. You know where I finish? Why does your face look like that?
So I'm waiting for you to tell me.
Livewire.
Okay.
My favorite bar in all of San Diego.
Real question. When's the last time you were there?
Last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
What day of the week?
It was Thursday, and it was 5:30 in the afternoon.
They said their whole weekend clientele is totally all Lafayette Hotel, and they've lost all their regulars, but their weekday regulars stay the same.
Really?
That's what they told me.
Where did you get this?
From the bar, from the people who work there.
Okay.
So it's it's interesting. It's interesting.
That is I've always treated. I used to go to Live Wire before I even lived here.
It's a great bar.
That is my favorite bar. And all I'm saying, it's just like everyone's wearing the leather jackets. It's my scene. It's my scene. It's like you got the rock music playing, you got the pool, and you can take a shot of Malort. Like, but
what's up with Malort, bro? I never had that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's good for you.
It's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
No, it is. It's good. It's good for you. No, it's really good stuff. It's from Chicago. So I'd like to tell this story. If
I'm listening.
If
it's just me and you, bro.
No. If I miss something, somebody I'm sure will say something. So Jepson Malort, when Prohibition happened, started making Malort and he would sell it as medicine, door to door. This is from I've heard this from somebody. And it's got all this crazy stuff in it and blah blah blah. As you can tell, we're on a dive bar podcast right now. Not in this like some.
What is this special? What is the special stuff that's in Malort?
I think it's like grapefruit rinds and like all this other shit and like wormwood and shit.
Bro, yeah, just fucking tell me. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's got some shit in it. Like we're on a dive bar podcast. We're not on a fucking. I'm not explaining everything that goes into the spirit, but. But then when Prohibition ended, he started just selling it normally, and yeah, it's from Chicago and it's hardcore. That's like if Eddie like if Eddie like I'm like I'm like the worst. I'm like the most dive bar marketer of all time. Like I'll just tell you if you should drink it or if you should not. Like
okay. It's got some shit.
Some people like to talk about agave plants. I'm more so like it's got some shit in it and it's not bad.
So okay.
Yeah, so you should try it. You should try it sometime. Maybe we'll get a bottle sometime.
Where do I find? Can I get a fucking Bevmo?
I don't even know what Bevmo is. I think you get wine and total spirits or whatever that shit is. Yeah.
Oh man, dude, too funny.
Listen, I don't work for the company. I'm not selling it. I'm just giving you a.
You know what? We're gonna do one more shot. We're gonna go to. What's that bar? What's the restaurant?
Lion Share.
Lion Share's 14th anniversary.
14th anniversary. Is it really?
Yeah, bro. It really is. Like, I've said it so many times. It really is, dude. It really is. Okay. Cheers. It's funny, dude.
I would like to say Lion Share is absolutely amazing. Everything they do there.
Just don't sell it like you sell Malort. Fine. Right?
I'm a good seller. You know what? People usually buy when I sell this stuff. They buy.
Whatever, dude.
I just tell them, hey, it's
Lion Share's 14th anniversary.
Yes,
those guys are fucking great, dude.
They're awesome.
Yeah,
they're awesome.
It's too funny. Last words, man. You know what, Q? This will not be the last time you come on Wellness on the Rocks.
Yeah, we'll pop by some other time.
No. You're growing in this industry, bro. Like dead ass. You're up and coming. I don't want to touch on this. Your mom, Lisa.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Like we kind of talked about it. We kind of didn't. It is really cool that you guys do have this like family. Like you don't see that too often. You see LeBron James and Bronny James on the Lakers. You see fucking Lisa and Q at Time Out. It is kind of fucking cool, dude.
It is.
You got to give props to you guys.
It is. I would say everything I've learned and been put in the position to do has been because of her and how hard of a worker she is. And she's done things that are like absolutely insane when it comes to this business and this industry. And it's funny how much people, and she'll tell you the same thing. she's a hardcore chick, and the real ones love her. And she has the best regulars come back to her because they're like, yeah, you don't fuck with her. You do not fuck with my mom. And it's just crazy that, you know, doing it in Seattle and then doing it here in San Diego, I'm proud to do it. And that's why I said I would never want to go out like Time Out did without my mom. And we did it together. We shut those doors together. It was awesome. It was not business wise, but I've had a bond with my mom that I know a lot of people don't get to have. And that's super special. Listen, of course you have the arguments and the whole, you know, fuck yous, but I love that woman more than anything. And I mean, the story wrote itself. I mean, I don't think we tried to write it.
I can't, you know what, man? Cheers.
Cheers.
Shit, bro.
I mean, you can't. I mean, she is really, truly. It's funny that people also like she turned into like mom. That was hilarious to me. Like after a couple years of being here, people like that I just met or maybe just had being regulars, they're like, yeah, fucking mom came by and had a quick beer. And I'm like, who? They're like, mom. I'm like, whose mom? They're like, your mom. And I'm like, oh, are we just calling her mom now? Oh, I'm going to go visit mom. I'm like, she's become the mother of San Diego for sure.
For the downtown bar community, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And that's awesome.
You know what? She doesn't take fucking shit. Great energy. Does not fuck around and has the respect of the neighborhood. Like, it's like, that's the most, I don't know, from my perspective, I know you're a son. That's top notch. Like, anyways.
It's one of those things, and I don't mean to get like emotional about it, but it's one of those things that sometimes I do feel like people feel like it's their mom. You know what I mean? In that community. They know when they go see my mom, aka, you know, Lisa, they're like, oh, this is a safe space. They treat her as a safe space. And also I know that wherever my mom works downtown, no one's gonna fuck with her. Like, I mean, seriously, I know no one's gonna ever fuck. Like, seriously. And it's the best feeling, and I'm so grateful for everybody that, you know, has taken that on. But she's a hardcore old time bartender, and
fucking dead ass, dude. Fucking dead ass.
And then
you learn it from fucking.
She raised this fucking guy. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. But she raised this fucking guy, and look at I
appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Is it cut already?
Nope.
All right. This is my final thing. Thank you to everybody that came out to Time Out and supported us through everything we did throughout the years. Oh, wait, is it cut? Is it cut?
It just did, but the audio's still rolling. No video, but you're still good.
Thank you to everybody that came out and supported us through Time Out throughout the last couple years. You guys meant the world to us. We love you guys so much. Thank you to Star Bar for being the best people you are and bringing back the culture of the dive bars, and we're going to keep rolling with that. Shout out my mom, shout out Wellness on the Rocks, and shout out Taylor, and shout out Stout. And most importantly, shout out the Vancouver Canucks, because we still don't have a Stanley Cup, but we're on our way. And I hope everybody has a lovely and peaceful, healthy 2026. And I'm fucking out.
Boom. Good shit, bro.